Okay. 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 We live streaming. Hello everybody. We on YouTube, we on Twitch, and we are now on Instagram Live. Um yeah, I ain't never did this before. They told me I could and I was like, okay, let's see what we can do. So shout out to everybody that's in here. If y'all join, if y'all don't join. Maybe y'all join for a second and y'all like, I don't like this. And then y'all leave and I'm okay with that. Um, I'm about to react to this video. I'm only gonna do like the Instagram live stream 3 times because I don't want to overdo it. But anyway, let's get right into it. Right here we got WWE news. Real reason why Jinder Mahal quit WWE. Mysterious or QR code on WWE SmackDown Decoded. This should be interesting. This video is 17 minutes long. I don't know if I'm gonna watch everything. Sometimes they be doing AEW news, and I don't care about that.
We're kicking off with WWE, as when 2024 began, it looked promising for Jinder Mahal, who was part of a high-profile segment with The Rock, and later found himself feuding with Seth Rollins. Mahal didn't win the title from Rollins, though this was the match in which Rollins suffered a partial meniscus tear, and after this feud, Mahal had been absent from WWE TV. Now, the modern-day Maharaja's WWE career has ended, as on Twitter, Mahal declared that "I quit" and changed his profile to call himself a free agent in 90 days' time. Mahal has made huge career alterations and is looking ahead to doing bigger things after a lack of recognition by WWE, and hopes to become a more credible star in wrestling. It's been reported that WWE and Triple H had no on-screen plans for Jinder and repeatedly turned down creative pitches made by the former WWE champion. Mahal was eventually asked if he'd take up a producer role, but declined the offer, and hence decided that he would be leaving WWE. Where Mahal goes next, fans will have to wait at least 90 days to find out, but the former world champion is eager to have regular matches again following a shaky WWE run.
Oh, wow.
She's been looking for an insight in that data forever.
Oh.
Hi.
I'm gonna find it.
Did you tell her about Sapphire?
No, I thought you did.
I'm gonna tell her.
Oh, no.
The quickest way from a billion points of data to a point of view. SaaSvia.
This isn't just WWE.
Shane is looking for the bell. Oh, going viral, Roman. My goodness, you're kidding.
This is everything.
Okay.
Mahal isn't the only name leaving WWE, as on Twitter, Xia Li revealed that she too had been cut from the company, though had much more to say than Mahal. Li said that she's incredibly proud to have been WWE's first female Chinese superstar, and was grateful to Triple H for welcoming her into the WWE family. Li also thanked the coaches, her colleagues, staff, and fans for their support outside of her home country, and said that this isn't the end, but a new beginning in her wrestling career. Li joined the Performance Center in 2017 as an entrant in the Mae Young Classic, and while she's gone, fans got the chance to see her one more time after her release. Following SmackDown, WWE aired an episode of Main Event they'd taped in advance, which saw Li compete in the opening match and saw her lose to Natalya.
Damn.
More release news now, as Zion Quinn has also been cut from the company after first joining WWE back in 2018.
I thought he
Quinn spent the majority of his run in NXT, but his final match was on the March 1st edition of SmackDown in a 6-second loss to Braun Breaker. As for what Quinn does next, that remains to be seen, as he'll have to find a new path for himself in professional wrestling outside WWE. Sangha and Veer Mahan have also been released from WWE, and on Twitter, Veer said goodbye to WWE and added that when it comes to honor and respect of Indians, sacrifice comes first. Both Sangha and Veer joined WWE in 2018, and neither man held gold in the promotion, and we'll have to see what's to come for the Indian wrestler in this post-WWE chapter. In the 5 years since AEW launched, the company has welcomed plenty of...
We don't care about AEW. We don't. Mysterious. Let's see what this is.
Elite. Over to SmackDown now, as the enigmatic mystery continued with this week's broadcast as WWE continues to tease something with glitches and QR codes. The storyline began on the Raw after WrestleMania and has appeared on both Raw and SmackDown, and these glitches and an eerie atmosphere has spread to social media. WWE's Twitter account has been sharing and deleting cryptic messages and has also introduced QR codes leading to strange graphics with overlapping messages. Before the start of this week's SmackDown, mysterious music filled Pittsburgh's PPG Paints Arena, and glitches on the Titantron were met with fireflies from the fans in attendance. On Raw, a QR code appeared which contained ancient Greek iconography, as well as the message that read, "Time to wake up, take my hand, things will be better, trust me." Well, on this week's SmackDown, a QR code appeared during Triple H's entrance, and upon scanning the code, fans were taken to a website with a hooded figure dressed in black. This picture contains a hidden link, and on clicking on that, fans are greeted with an image and coordinates that point to a cave in Slovenia. The link also contains another cryptic message which reads, "I set them free, out of the miry clay. Opened their eyes, while you did nothing." Once again, fans are seeing this as the return of Uncle Howdy, who may not return alone, as there's talks of a new Wyatt family dedicated to the late Bray Wyatt. Between Eric Rowan being rehired and Wyatt associate Matt Hardy sharing the QR codes on his Twitter, it does appear that a group of people are coming together in WWE with one goal. The mystery surrounding the QR codes seems to be getting thicker by the week. It'll be interesting what emerges from these cryptic codes and images. SmackDown was a night Kevin Owens would rather forget, as he was in a car crash, though one seemingly orchestrated by the New Bloodline. Earlier in the show, Solo Sikoa told Paul Heyman that Tama Tonga, his MFT, had joined the group and tasked Heyman with finding Owens, who had disrespected Sikoa last week. Heyman couldn't find Owens, but Tonga did, and the new SmackDown star brought the injured and bleeding Owens to the stage during Sikoa's promo. What followed was a merciless beatdown by the Bloodline on Owens, but questions remained as to how Owens was in such a battered condition in the first place. Later in the show, General Manager Nick Aldis dragged Paul Heyman to the parking lot, where two cars appeared to have collided in a crash, and interrogated the wise man. Aldis revealed that one of the vehicles belonged to Owens and the other to Tama Tonga, though Heyman said he was unaware of the situation and said that the incident was not sanctioned. Aldis sternly warned Heyman and the Bloodline, emphasizing that conflicts should be resolved inside the ring, and spoke of consequences beyond losing matches. The WWE draft was also brought up, and it'll be interesting to see what's next for Paul Heyman and this new Bloodline going forward. Triple H was on SmackDown with a big reveal in mind, and the game continued this new era by revealing another new set of championship titles. After Raw saw Awesome Truth rechristen the World Tag Team Champions, Triple H on SmackDown wasn't a massive surprise, and he had new titles for A-Town Down Under.
I don't know why they
Not
had
only
to
did
bring
Triple H reveal new
out.
titles, but he revealed an incredibly unique throwback design,
Like,
similar
did
to
they
the
need him to
WWE
cover
Tag
the
Team
championship?
Championships of old. Given that the new World Tag Team titles share a lot with the World Heavyweight title, many assumed the same logic would follow on SmackDown, but that wasn't the case. After Triple H offered to shake the hands of the newly crowned champions, they disrespected him, forcing General Manager Nick Aldis to step in and threaten to take care of them himself. Following this,
Nick's
a
so
fatal
funny.
four-way match
like
commenced between the Street Profits,
I
the
wouldn't
New
have
Catch
done that
Republic,
to Triple
Legado
H.
del Fantasma,
It
and
was like,
AOP to determine the first title challengers. AOP were the big villains of the match, and
I'm
their
glad,
feud with the Profits
Street
carried over
Profits
from
won.
WrestleMania, but all four teams played their part well. This was entertaining chaos with a couple of near falls, and every team had standout moments before the Street Profits secured the win and the title shot.
Legado.
Grayson Waller and Austin
So,
Theory have a massive
got what I
challenge
wanted.
ahead of them. It would be interesting to see how things play out in the Blue
It
Brands
felt
tag
predictable
division.
towards the end, though.
This was
where
another
the way
exceptional
things were
SmackDown,
happening,
and the
I was
excitement didn't stop in
But
Pittsburgh
then it
once
was
the
like,
show ended, as
what
fans
the-
were treated to a
Oh,
post-show
what am I
street
doing?
fight. That match saw Bobby Lashley get the win over Karrion Kross as the Almighty continues to be dominant on the Blue Brand. That wasn't the only dark match, as after the show, A-Town Down Under put their new WWE tag titles up. The Pittsburgh Steelers was called out by the champs, and Waller got the pinfall on Ray in the champion's first title
That's a
defense.
nice attire.
As we mentioned, Seth Rollins suffered a
gonna lie.
knee injury during his January match with Jinder Mahal, which was diagnosed as a grade 2 MCL tear and a partially torn meniscus. At the time, Rollins opted not to undergo surgery, as going under the knife would have almost certainly kept him from WrestleMania, and he would recover and compete on both nights. However, it seems that this injury has caught up to Rollins, as on Ireland's The Late Late Show, Becky Lynch revealed that Seth underwent knee surgery this week for his torn meniscus. Rollins made a valiant effort to compete despite the injury, but it was clearly a very serious injury given the necessity for medical intervention and will ensure plenty of time to heal. This type of injury typically takes around 6 months for most athletes to fully recover from, and in Rollins' case, that had put him out of action until mid-October. After a 316-day title reign, Rollins has earned himself some time off, and we're sending our very best to the former WWE World Heavyweight.
Maybe Becky Lynch stays away too. Maybe, please. I don't like hearing her voice.
Champion. During a News Nation appearance, Ronda Rousey said that
we don't care about Ronda Rousey. We don't. Okay. Outcome for yesterday's and approved outside accusations. Okay, this one is interesting. AJ Styles in the LA Knight
match between AJ Styles and LA Knight. The pair started with a clean lockup, but the fight quickly spilled out of the ring, and Knight slammed Styles' head into the announce table several times.
Back-to-back.
Knight played to the crowd a lot, while Styles sold well for him when he was on defense, making Knight look even better in the process. Knight is a good wrestler, but Styles has a way of making everyone look just a little better, and every move was hit with precision as they followed up from their WrestleMania encounter. He may have lost at Mania, but Styles was able to get the win with a thumb to the eye and a phenomenal forearm, and he will do battle with Cody Rhodes for the title at Backlash. A contract signing between the two is set to take place on next week's SmackDown, and don't be surprised if fists fly ahead of the first French PLE. Since WrestleMania 40, Gunther has been missing from WWE program, but Der Ring General recently made his return to the ring at a WWE live event in Birmingham, England. In a barn burner, Gunther faced off with Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, and Chad Gable in a match that saw Sami retain the Intercontinental title, and now Gunther's TV return has been revealed. WrestleVotes reports that Gunther will be making his return to TV on next week's episode of Raw, and who do you hope to see him against next? Let us know in the comments.
I want him to come
on last week's SmackDown, Bayley picked Naomi as the first woman she wanted to defend the WWE Women's title against, despite Tiffany Stratton's best efforts to get involved. The main event of SmackDown saw Damage Control watch from the skybox, as were Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, and the champion and challenger were evenly matched in the ring. By the time the fight spilled to the outside, it seemed this was anybody's match to win, but the final few minutes of SmackDown would ultimately become Tiffy time. Stratton caused the DQ finish, which worked on this occasion for multiple reasons, including that it wouldn't make sense for either Naomi or Bayley to lose this title match. Naomi is currently experiencing a revival in WWE, while Bayley is coming off a monumental win at WrestleMania, and it felt wrong to imagine either woman losing this week.
Yeah, they both
this
won
is why Stratton, who, like Bayley and Naomi, is over with the fans, is such an effective third wheel, and insisting on being in the title picture is a good move on her behalf. Not only did it allow this match to wrap without costing Bayley or Naomi any credibility, but it makes Stratton immediately into a legitimate contender for the gold. An indecisive ending may be unsatisfying, but it was necessary on this occasion, and these three women will have a barn burner when their time is right. After the show went off the air, Bayley and Naomi made their way to the back together, but the role model is quickly learning that there's no shortage of women coming for her title. During this week's Raw, Rhea Ripley vacated the WWE Women's World Championship due to an injury, and it was later confirmed that a new champion would be crowned next week. On the April 19th episode of SmackDown, it was revealed that a Battle Royal will decide the next champion, with a mixture of former women's champions and those yet to hold singles gold. Former champs include Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, and Indy Hartwell, while there's former tag champs like Chelsea Green, Katana Chance, Zoe Stark, Kaden Carter, Piper Niven, and Candice LeRae. Then there's those yet to hold any gold, including Maxine Dupree and Tegan Knox, and we'll have to see who stands tall as the new Women's World Champion next week. With his high-risk lifestyle in and out of the ring, Darby Allin...
Nope. Don't care. No. Nope.
into their relaunch. More from SmackDown, as after coming up short at WrestleMania, Santos Escobar was looking to regain momentum when he faced Carlito. Despite a strong start by the cool veteran, Escobar took advantage of a distraction caused by the brawling Zelina Vega and Elektra Lopez and got the win with the Phantom Driver. In an interview, Dakota Kai said the damage control setback at WrestleMania won't stop them from being WWE's most dominant faction, and that the Kabuki Warriors are still the women's tag champions. That was when Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair interrupted, as the two women clearly have their sights set on the gold in what will be a high-profile title match in the weeks to come. And that was this week's SmackDown. And what did you think of the show?
I would
Let
love
us
for
know
that to
down in
happen.
the comments. And thanks
Hopefully
for watching.
they can do that match before the draft. So in the draft they can put one of them on one show. But then I guess they would have to go back and forth. Unless they want to make two women's champions. Two women